people don't just snatch the covers off and say, here I am. No. People slowly reveal themselves. That's how relationship is established, by people's revelation of themselves. Yeah. But so often what happens is when people reveal themselves, we don't want to believe what they're showing us. We'll make up excuses. We don't want to believe what they're showing us. But there it is. They're naked. They naked. Yeah. They got bullet wounds. They got stab wounds. I can't make no excuse for that.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? It is what it is. And so I hear the Holy Spirit saying, when people reveal themselves to you, believe it. Believe what they show you. This ain't your fantasy. Because in your fantasy, you can add stuff and ad-lib and make up stuff. No, these folk are naked in front of you. This is what it look like. Right. This is what it is.
Right.
You know, this is what you got to deal with. Do you like it? Can you handle it? And so often we can't handle it, so we do revert back to that fantasy of, well, I can just make this person, I'll make them into what I want them to be. No, you have to allow people to be who they are in order for covenant relationships to work effectively. And if they reveal themselves and they don't fit the covenant criteria, then guess what? It's okay.
Do you feel like we make decisions too hasty before they even make the reveal?
Absolutely.
And then once they make the reveal, I think that's what keeps us in that place of wanting to make it be something else. Yes. Because now I'm already in it.
Yes.
I'm already there, and now I see this, but my feelings are caught up now at this point.
Yeah. Yep. And we don't like to not feel good. And we felt good, and we lived off of this fantasy high.
Right.
For a few weeks or a few months, and now the fantasy ain't a fantasy anymore, it's a nightmare.
Right. Right.
But our feelings are in it. And so we don't like that. Y'all know what it's like to break up with somebody, and those feelings of pain and hurt.
Yeah.
And I have it's a general rule. Actually, I took it from a friend of mine, a girlfriend of mine. And she and I throw it back at each other all the time. A lot of times when she'll call me, she was like, all right, he didn't last. I said, well, how long did it last, sis? 3 weeks. But her feelings are oftentimes already in it. And so she said, all right, I'm going to take the next day, 3 days to grieve. But on that third day, just like Jesus got up, I'm going to get up too. So our general rule is, and this is just in days, I'm going to give you 3 good days of grieving, but I'm going to get up on that third day, and I'm going to be through with it, And so that's just a general rule, but the point is, we cannot be afraid to end it. And I say that Friday, end it early, and I'm not just talking about relationships between men and women. I'm talking about friends, girlfriends, I'm going to say this. And I got the camera, I'm going to say, I do not like messy people. At all. I don't like messy people. And people will sit and say, well, I'm not messy. Yeah, you are. I'm not messy, I'm just real. I'm just going to keep it real. Well, you're keeping it real messy in how you're handling it.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so messy don't mean that, okay, you're not keeping it real. No, messy means that there's certain things, just because it's true, don't mean that it's always appropriate to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's messy when you cannot exercise wisdom, the how, the when, the what, and to what intensity to apply the knowledge. That's messy. And so I can't be in covenant with messy folk, because I care too much about the relationship. And if you constantly jaw-jabbing and running your mouth at inappropriate times, then you're not just hurting yourself, you're hurting me, you're hurting other people.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Anybody want to share anything? This is one of them open lessons today. You have something? Do you have something, pretty girl?
I don't know, the relationship thing, I be like, there is no fool with it. So when I see them coming, it's kind of like, it's like I'm looking for something, so I can be like, okay, I'm gonna holler at you, and that's just how I've always been, even as a kid. It's like because when you come from, just being hurt, and it's just like when it comes from the parents, then you got family, and then you just got friends, and it's like it's okay. I just say. And that's how I handle stuff. So when I let people in, it's like a big thing. It's like I let you in my circle.
Yeah.
Right.
So, like when I was coming out, I was telling Elizabeth, I was like, them people like the hug. And she would even check me, because like at the other church, I was like, she's coming. I'm like telling, I don't know if y'all remember Dina. And I'd be like, here she come. I'd be like, what she want? They say, hey, I'm like, so when I get here, they like wanna hug you. And I'm like, okay. So I still stress that, like when I let you in, you in. But the expectations, that's probably that too. It's kind of like, I expect to be treated the way I treat you. And when people don't do that, it's like, you know what, God, it's okay. I'm gonna run and go back to my home. I be the same. So, I mean, I really enjoy this church because I've never felt a relationship like this. I'm like, God, just get it later. You know what I'm saying? Because if it does, I'm gone.
I tell you all the time, I've said this to you over and over again. Don't put your expectation in man. Put your expectation in God. And if God sent you here, the expectation should be in Him to fulfill the purpose. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to do everything I can. Everything that He's called me to do to be what I need to be for you. For our covenant relationship. But I tell you all the time, don't put your trust and your hope and your everything in me, because I'm going to fail you.
Yeah.
I'm going to fail you.
Let me say this. You trust the heart, if you trust the heart of your leaders, not the performance.
That's so good.
Trust the heart of your leader. And if you trust my heart, if you trust her heart, if you trust the apostle's heart, then this is a safe place.
Yes.
Because guess what? Ain't nothing going to be allowed to manifest and to thrive in here under these three hearts that are connected and that all desire the best for you. And all these hearts desire to see you grow, desire to see you better, not worse, desire to, not hurt you in any way, certainly not intentionally offend you at all. And so if you trust that, in your trusting God who led you here, if you can trust that factor, then it's a safe place.
It's a safe place. That is good. Trust our heart, not our performance. And I need to say this. You taught me this. You have to learn to trust the love that people have for you. Trust that love. Does that mean that you will never get on my nerves? No. And vice versa. But trust the love that I have for you. It's just like your kids, Yasmin and Myra. They trust the love that you have for them. Likewise, we have to be able and learn to trust the love that other people